Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chemistry 111, Chemistry in Society. I'm going to be your host, Rob Fremland, and I'm going to be teaching this course. Of course, we're going to be doing it behind the curtain, as it were. So this is the welcome video, so welcome. And this is, I'm going to go through the syllabus and the website and the schedule for the course and exactly how things are going to go. All right, so let's start with going to the syllabus. All right. Through the, where is it? Right there, right? All right, so this is the syllabus of the class, and this is the description of the class, and it reminds you to watch the welcome video, which you're watching right now. The welcome video will also be available in the website. So this is a course that is not designed for science majors. So if you're in Chem 111 and you're thinking of being a chem major or a biology major, you're in the wrong course. This is a course designed for liberal arts majors. So you're a history major, you're a fashion major, you're not a science major. This is, knocks out your science credit. Hopefully, though, that you're going to get a lot more out of the class than just checking off the box. So what we do in the course is chemistry in society. So my approach is I'm going to teach you enough chemistry to understand some societal topics. And so we're going to look at some climate chemistry. And so we're going to look at air pollution and climate change. And we're going to look at water chemistry and why we need water and bottled water and how water is purified. And we're going to look at some of the energy involved, some of the chemistry involved in generation of energy. And so we'll talk about nuclear energy and renewable energy and things like that. In addition, we'll get into some biochemistry, and we can talk a lot about what's going on currently. So I have a unit on viruses and how they work and vaccines, because by the time we go through this, right, this pandemic's been going on for several months now. So the idea is to make this course very relevant, teach you enough chemistry to understand the topics, and then go through some chemistry in society. And I hope that, and the feedback I've gotten from other students, I'm hoping that you get enough out of this course that you have a starting place for discussion. If you're going to, say, have a conversation with someone about vaccines, you'll have enough background to at least have a beginning understanding of how that works. And then, of course, you would need to do more research to make more informed decisions or have a conversation. So that's the idea behind the course. Course objectives you can read for yourself. All right, the textbook for this course is the 10th edition. Let me pull it up here. Unfortunately, the 10th edition came out. So this is the textbook for the course. But if you have the 9th edition or the 8th edition, that's okay. So older editions are fine. You can use those, all right? Now, because this is a fully online course, it is assumed that you have reliable internet and a way to access it. In addition, you're going to need a means to scan files and upload them. So there's going to be several assignments where I'm going to ask you to write something out by hand and then upload it to me. And so you're going to need a mechanism to do that. A printer is not a bad idea either, because I'm going to give you some stuff that you might want to print before you do that. All right, so that takes care of the textbooks and equipment. Office hours, I have office hours. They're going to be by way of Zoom. So, and the Zoom meeting information is right here, so you can just click on this, or you can go into zoom.us, and the meeting ID is right here, 630-345-5028, and the password is 791006. If the timing doesn't work, you can always email me. That's a good way to do things as well. My office hours are going to be Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 to 12, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 11. All right, there will be other times that I'm available, and we'll talk about that actually in the next little section here. And again, if you need to reach me and these times don't work, shoot me an email and we can set up an appointment. All right. All right. Now, attendance and withdrawal. This is a fully online course, and it goes from August 17th to December 14th. All the material is going to be posted on Canvas, and we'll talk about the website in a little bit. All right. Now, there are, however, scheduled meeting times that the class is going to meet. Of course, we're going to meet via Zoom, and those are going to be Wednesdays from 12:45 to 2:10. And it's important that you are there and that you're attending at that time. For example, all the exams are going to be given during that window, and I'm going to want you to be there on Zoom as well as working with the exam on Canvas. And we have reasons for that, but it's trying to more approximate the face-to-face experience. And there's going to be a lot of other in-class activities that will be available during those same windows, and those are I'm hoping to get some group discussions going. Of course, it'll be online, but that's the idea. So you want to put in your calendar, every Wednesday from 12:45 to 2:10, that you're going to be meeting this class. Now, of course, you'll be doing it virtually, but you'll still be meeting the class. All right. There will be some other times on Mondays, maybe like a review day before an exam. Those will be optional, of course. Okay, I can't make you come at a different time, but I will be available. All right, as far as dropping the class, I hope nobody drops, but October 23rd is the drop date. So if you are enrolled after October 23rd, you will receive a letter grade. So I always have a small number of students every semester who forget to drop and they end up getting an F when you really should have gotten a W, and it's not complicated. So make sure it's your responsibility, so make sure you take care of that. And again, I hope no one drops. Okay, last day of the class is December 14th. All right, now I'm gonna go to the website. This is on Canvas. Let me just get out of this and I'll go to the Canvas site. Oops. I just clicked it that way. There it is. All right, so this is the website for the course, and you will be enrolled to this as soon as school starts. So I have the course divided up into modules. Each module ends with an exam. So if you want to look at the first module, the second module actually, which is basic chemistry, it ends with an exam. Before we do anything else, I want you to go through this module. So this welcome video, that's what I'm doing right now, so you don't have to watch it again, but you will have gone through it. This is your syllabus, and that's what I'm going through. The lecture schedule, I'm going to pull that up later, but just to show you what that looks like. And there's a link to the Zoom account. These are just some other things that might be helpful. And also, I'm going to talk about academic honesty, you know, the cheating thing. And this is the college's academic honesty statement. I'm going to want you to print it and sign that you've read and understand it and upload that to me. All right, then let me explain the rest though. So the way the course is structured, every module is going to end with an exam. And so the material is somewhat related, but I just kind of thought breaking it up by exam is a nice way to break it up. So this, for example, this What is Science, this is an in-class activity. This is a graded discussion. I'm going to talk about the grading as I go through them, but this will be something we do in class on one of the Wednesdays. And you'll also have to write some stuff and turn it in. The lecture material is all just PowerPoints. So this is a PowerPoint of the scientific method. This is a video of the PowerPoint. So all my lectures have videos, they're YouTube videos, and all the videos are simply the PowerPoint with me talking over it. Just like if I was actually teaching a class face-to-face, I'd have the slides up on the wall and I'd be lecturing over it. So what I recommend you do is pull this up, and that way you can scroll through the slides at your leisure and then watch the video. And of course it's a video, so you can hit pause. Now you'll notice sometimes there's 2 videos, sometimes there's 4 videos. It just depends on the material. I don't like the videos to go more than about 10 or 15 minutes. But so you want to give yourself plenty of time, all right? That's another lecture and some videos. Then there's homework. And so homework, these are the questions, and then this is where you're going to upload the answers. And I'll talk about, well, I can talk about this now. The homework is going to be, just to show you what it looks like, if I open this up. All right, so this is a bunch of questions that I wrote, all right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to print that and you're going to answer all of those questions. Then you're going to go to the second box here that says, has a little icon that's like a quiz. This is the graded assignment, and one of the questions is upload this. So you're going to answer all these questions and upload it, and then there's 4 more questions or 5 more questions that are questions I took from here that I'm actually going to grade. And this is how your homework's graded, all right? This is a periodic table. This is a reference document. You should print 10 of these and put them all over your home. And that's pretty much it. The other thing is there's reading assignments, and these are just additional assignments, right? And that's pretty much it. Then there's going to be a review for an exam. The answer key to it, review for exam. I'll do this during the synchronous time for this one. And then, of course, you'll have an exam that you will do during the synchronous time. All right, and the dates are all on here. So every unit ends with an exam, then here's the next unit, and so on and so on and so on. All right, so that's how the class is structured. A little bit more, if you scroll down here, okay, these are some other modules that I haven't opened yet. These are the answer keys to the homeworks. So this homework 1, that's way up here, where is it? Homework 1. All right, I'm not going to grade every question. I'm only going to grade these ones that are in here. So how do you know if you got question 6 right? Well, after it's graded, you can go here. I'll make this available, and this is the answer key to that homework 1. So you can get your homework then you can look through it and see what you did right, what you did wrong, what the answers were that I was looking for on questions, both the ones I graded and ones I actually didn't grade. All right, these are exam keys. So this is the key to the exam one that I gave this summer. So I'm teaching this class this summer. This is the answer key to exam one from the summer. And that's something that you can use to help you prepare for your exam one. And these are going to be available all the time. In fact, I'm going to make this available right now. Okay. All right. So these will be available all the time, and you can look at this, and this is, you can kind of give yourself a self-test. Once you've taken your exam one, and I've graded it, I will take this down and I'll put the answer key to your exam one. It'll say exam one key fall 2020, and then you can look over that and see what the right answers were to all of the questions, and that'll help you prepare for the final. All right. There's a couple of just some other useful, helpful hints if you have test anxiety or some other stuff. Okay. So that's what the website has on it. Also, every week, I'm going to send you an announcement, and all it's going to be is a reminder of what you should be working on that week, even though you'll have the schedule. All right, so let me go back to the syllabus, talk about the grading. Where is it here? All right, so back to the syllabus. What the hell is that doing? All right, so here's the syllabus. So I went through the website. So now let me explain all of the grading. So I talked about the material on the website. All right, so I don't really need to go over this, but you should go through the material in order. That's a good idea. All right, now there's going to be 5 short discussions scattered throughout the term, and these are graded for their participation points. They're going to be in-class activities. So that first one I showed you, scientific method or what is science, that's an in-class activity. There's no wrong answers to those, but they're typically just something, let's talk about this, see what you know before you go through the unit, just to kind of get you thinking about the material before you start going through the material. There'll be 5 of them scattered throughout the term. They're 5 points each. Okay, then homework I talked about. There are going to be, how many are there? There's 13, I think, in this class. All right, yeah, there's 13 homework assignments, so 10 points each. I will throw out the lowest, so only 12 of them are going to count. So the upload you'll do is 5 points. So you do all the questions, upload it, that's 5 points. And the other questions I'm going to grade in Canvas, those are the other 5 points. Right? And as I said, the answer keys will be posted after you do it so you can look through them. Okay, reading assignments are just additional assignments. So it might be an in-class activity, not an in-class discussion. It might be an article I saw in the paper that I thought was relevant, or some document I saw that I thought would be relevant to the class. And basically it's here, read this and answer some questions about it. Some of them are going to be done as in-class activities. It just depends on the timing. Some of them will not be done as in-class activities. These are 10 points each. There are 6 of them. I'm going to throw out the lowest. All right, and basically you read through it, answer the questions. So for example, there's one on vaccines. There's one on nuclear energy, I think. I don't remember which, but they're all, there's one on bottled water, right? All right, so that takes care of that. And then the exams, okay, exams are all going to, not all but one are going to be given during the synchronous meetings on Wednesdays from 12:45 to 2. They're only going to be open during that window. There are going to be 4 midterm exams and the final. Of the 4 midterm exams, I will throw out the lowest. Now, the exams, if you look at the old exams, I'm going to use the same format. There's 5 true, false, there's 10 multiple choice, and then the rest of the questions are just short answer. There may be a little bit of a, writing balanced equations, those types of things. Okay? So that's how those will all be done through Canvas. But if you look at the old exams, you can get a feel of what the new exam will look like. I don't use my old exams to write my new exams, but it's the same guy writing material over the same, writing an exam over the same material. It's probably, they're going to be very similar, right? Now again, there may be some questions in Canvas that require you to upload some things, so you might want to have a sheet of paper. Just depends on the question. Okay, the final is, I'm not sure how we're going to do it. We're not going to do it during a synchronous session because the last day of class is on a Monday. But I'll figure, we'll get it figured out, and you'll have a window of time to do it. But it'll probably be on that day. It just won't be during a synchronous session. But I'll give you enough time so that you can, find the time to work on it. Okay, all the exams, you're going to have that window of time. So 12:45 to 2:10, it's like 85 minutes. All right, so that's the course as far as what the material is. Here's the grading. So the final is going to be total points. The participation discussions, there's 5 from 5 points each. There's 13 homeworks, I'm counting 12, right? Reading assignments, there are 6, I'm counting 5. The midterm exams, there are 4, I'm counting 3. They're 100 points each. And the final's 100, so there's 595, and I use a 90, 80, 70 scale. All right, so that takes care of that. Any type of disability, you should let me know, send me some documentation and I will work with you. All right, so chemistry is a challenging course, even this class, which is not, we don't do nearly the math that a lot of other chemistry courses do, but chemistry has a reputation for being challenging. Now, because it's an online course, the most important thing is to manage your time. And I have a schedule that I'll show you, but it's also in the Canvas site, all right? So make sure you don't get behind in this class. Get stuff in on time, all that kind of thing, right? Manage your time well. Use your textbook. Obviously, you paid a few bucks for it. Participate in the Wednesday activities. Some of them you have to for the exams, but some of them, you don't really have to be there, but most, it's just good. Plus, in addition, it's an opportunity to work with your fellow students and with me, because I will be on Zoom during those times as well. Taking notes is good, forming study groups, keeping up, do the homework, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and please, please, please come to my office hours, ask me questions. That's what they're for. So if you've been taught that it's not cool to ask questions or you feel silly, try not to feel silly. I'm not going to make you feel silly. I'm going to help you out. That's my job. All right. Now, a word about the internet. The internet is a dangerous and scary place these days, but it's also got a lot of good information. The problem is, unless you're really in a field, it's hard to tell what's true and what's BS. So we know there's a lot of issues with it right now. So there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of bad stuff. Unless I send you to the internet for an assignment, which I will occasionally say, here, look this up, go to this website. Unless I send you to the internet, I would prefer that you don't pull answers off of it. I want you to go with your lecture notes first. And the reason for that is you can find some good answers on the internet, but they're not the kind of answers I'm looking for in a class like this. I've seen some students turn in like graduate level answers that are way more detailed than we possibly went into. And that's not what I'm looking for. I want you to learn to think things through on your own. And I know most of you are taking this course just because it's a GE requirement, and I get it. I was a college student, and I know that I took some courses and I was just getting me through this class. I understand that, but at the same time, you're going to learn something in this class, and you're going to learn stuff that is relevant to what's going on around you, at least the scientific area of it. All right, so make sure that you try to stay away from doing that. During a test, obviously, you can't be looking up answers. During a test, it's supposed to be what you know. All right, trust yourself in your notes. Okay, classroom behavior, all this kind of stuff. Just remember to be polite to everybody. Everybody deserves to be treated with respect. That means you, that means your classmates, that means me. Everybody deserves to be treated with respect. So during Zoom sessions, we can have some discussions, and you don't have to agree with everything, but we will be respectful to people we agree with and people we disagree with. That's very important. Right? Now, obviously, it's not as common in our society as most of us would like it to be. Okay, academic honesty is very important. Cheating is, is not doing your own work during exams. That would be cheating in this class. All right, there's a module box that has this document here. I want you to print it and sign it. Again, all you're signing is I read and understand that, and send that to me during the first week of class. There's a due date for it. All right, and that just makes, just make sure you've read that. All right, so that's the syllabus. The last thing I want to show you is the schedule, even though it's posted. So let me just go to that. That is this file. Getting better at doing this. So this is an Excel file. This is the, but I gave it to you as a PDF. This is each week, right? Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. These are the dates. And this is what we're doing. And you'll notice most of the stuff, the in-class sessions are the Wednesdays. So those are the days that you have to be there between 12:45 and 2. And this is what the activity is. We'll be doing an introduction to science discussion. We might not go all the way to 2, but I want you to at least be there for that. Homework 1 is due on this. So I have the due dates in here. The due dates will come up on Canvas. Also over here on the right, these are the sections in the textbook where this information is. And I have it for the 10th, 9th, and 8th editions. So if you have the 8th, 9th, or 10th edition, I'm going to tell you where material is that goes with my lectures. Be easy to find. If you have an older edition, you're going to have to search through. These books change a lot. anyway, the schedule may change. If it does, I will put an updated version in there in the box, and I will let you know in an announcement that I made a change in the schedule. Okay, so that's Chem 111. That's what's going to be going on this semester. And I'm looking forward to working with you guys, and looking forward to meeting those of you who come into my office hours, and the rest of you at the Zoom sessions. And enjoy the last day or so of your summer, and I will see you soon. Take care of yourselves.